Dati wala akong pakialam kung ano man ang maganap sa aking lipunan.
Dati walang iniintindi kung ano man ang mangyari, wala akong paki.
Ngunit ngayon ay namulat na.
Magandang umaga po sa kanilang lahat. Ako po si RD Abelio, kasama ko po si Anthony Pangilinan na susunod. On the way na po siya, kaya huwag kayong mag-alala. Hindi po ako lang ang nandito kasama ninyo ngayong umaga, kundi pati ang ating kapatid na si Anthony ay parating na. Mga kapatid, 80 days na lang po, Pasko na. Ano ba? Nakapag-ano na ba kayo? Nakapag-shopping na ba kayo? Ha? Wala pa rin? Wala pang shopping? Walang pang shopping. Ganun ba? Walang pang shopping. Kasi mga kapatid, dito sa aming booth, Christmas na eh. Ha? Christmas na eh. Wala pa, kaya ibigay mo na. Christmas bonus. Akong magbibigay. Niya. Ikaw talaga. Hindi ako magbibigay niyan. Ako nga, wala eh. Maligayang Pasko at manigong bagong taon. It is 80 days before Christmas, as we said. At saka, alam nyo, ngayong mga araw na to, ano pa rin no? Maulan-ulan pa rin, no? Kahapon, maaraw ng umaga, tapos bilang pagdating sa hapon, sa bandang tanghali, saka gabi, bigla lang uulan. Hindi mo na talaga matimpla yung panahon, pabago-bago ang panahon. Anyway, we're gonna be with you in this next 2 hours together. So sana mag-enjoy tayo. Let's learn. This Saturday morning, it's early Saturday morning at from 8 to 10 a.m. Don't forget to text us your questions and comments. I'll give you the numbers to text us with. Also Facebook accounts and whatnots. And Anthony, if you are listening, I know you are, dalian mo na kapatid. Dahil nag-aantay na ang breakfast natin. Yan! And we had a very busy week, as you all know. We had a very busy week this week. I'll start off with myself. I'd like to greet first and foremost si Apple Cruda na parati sa ating nakikinig at saka nanonood. In fact, she just texted. Kate-text lang ni Apple. Sabi niya dito, now watching Magbago Tayo. Naks. Siya yung aming PR agent. So on Twitter and on Facebook, parati siyang na sumusubaybay sa atin, nagte-take down notes yan. So, just like many of you, no? So, good morning to you, Apple. Of course, good morning to everyone in my family who's watching now. Good morning to all of you. To Jaime and Susan Florentine, good morning. Nanonood na parati yan. To Pastor Jonathan and Ellen Ramirez. Yan. Parati ring nanonood yan. Gumigising na maaga, nagkakape ng maaga para lang tune in sa atin dito sa Magbago Tayo from 8 to 10 a.m. And several other people who are watching, yung mga samahang lolo, yung mga kahit anong oras matulog sa gabi, gising na ng mga 5 o'clock, 5:30. At alam natin nanonood yan, sina Mario Suarez, yung kasabay ko yan. Mario, si Ronald Buse, si Commissioner Rufy Biazo, yan, mga maaga magising yan. Early to rise, early to work so that they can get more done. Even on a Saturday, kasi pag Sabado, alam naman natin na time with the family yan. So, gumigising na maaga yung mga yan para masubaybayan ang kanilang mga pamilya habang nanonood o nakikinig dito sa Magbago Tayo. A few things that happened during the week. Last September 30, I was with DKS, a very good client of ours. Communicating Upwards ang aming program during that time. Communicating Upwards is really how to manage your boss. And when you talk about communicating upwards, it's not, hindi lang yung para sabihin na pumapapil ka sa boss o para magkaroon ka ng pabor sa iyong boss. Pero importante nating malaman na kaya natin gusto magkaroon ng magandang pakikitungo sa mga boss natin para magandang output natin, magandang resulta natin. So it's important to understand that we have to build with our boss. We build output, we build productivity, we build the team together with our boss, not independent of them. So kailangan sabay. At saka maganda kasi doon, pagka nakakonekta ka sa boss mo, kaya nilang sabihin sa'yo kung merong sila nakikita mga problema o kung merong magkakaroon ng problema sa proseso na ginagawa mo, kaya ka nilang abusuhan para hindi mo na hindi ka na you don't commit the same mistake or you don't commit a mistake tapos uulitin mo na naman yung trabaho. Kasi pagka gano'n nangyari, lalong tumatagal yung trabaho mo, hindi lang yon, tumataas ang cost ng kumpanya. So, it's important to establish good relationships with your boss, and it all starts with communication. How do you communicate upward with your boss? That was DKS. And October 1, we were at halftime. We had a vision casting session. So Anthony went through that session in Singapore, tapos bumalik siya dito at inimbita niya yung mga nag-conduct ng session sa halftime sa Singapore. Inimbita nila sila dito para gumawa ng isang vision casting, mga 2 hours lang yun, 2 oras na vision casting in preparation for next year. Kasi next year na talaga yung actual workshop on halftime, which is gonna be a 2.5-day workshop on halftime. And what to do or how to create significance in the second half of your life. Isang matinding natutunan ko doon sa session namin sa halftime is yung concept of giving, whether that's giving of your time, of yourself, of your resources or knowledge, parang yung tinatawag nilang knowledge transfer, does not have to be when you're already successful. Kahit nag-uumpisa ka pa lang, kailangan daw doon, pwede ka na magbigay. Because, tama yung sinasabi na, you cannot outgive. You cannot outgive. Every time you give, it always comes back. Tapos pag bumalik pa yan, it comes back, it doesn't add on to what you've given out. Pag bumalik yan, by fold. Ibig sabihin nun, 100-fold, 1,000-fold. So pagka nagbigay ka ng iyong knowledge, for example, wag ng pera, pero knowledge, nagbigay ka. Kunwari, meron mga medical students, tapos meron kang clinic. Tinuturoan mo tong mga medical students na to, pinapasama mo sa clinic mo para lang maturuan mo o ma-impartan mo ng kung ano yung kaalaman na meron ka over the years that you'll be practicing. Ang nangyayari doon, you kick in the concept of giving, wherein every time you give, it always comes back to you. So, and it may not be always in the same form that you've given out. Maaaring nagbigay ka ng knowledge to others who are starting out in the career. Ang balik naman sa'yo, more business. Pwede rin ganon. That was one thing that struck me the most nung halftime na session namin last October 1. So, giving does not always have to start when you're already successful. As you're building your career, as you're building your profession, habang umaakit ka pa lang sa ladder of success, ika nga nila sa corporate world, pwede ka nang magbigay. You can already start giving it of yourself. Yung picture na nakikita ninyo, hindi po yan si Anthony. Yan po, ang kasama ko po dyan, si RD rin. Pareho kami ng pangalan, RD Roberto. Siya naman ang, he's one of the partners of Anthony in Inspire, and he's also the owner of Salt and Light Ventures, and he's the son of Dr. Ned Roberto. So that's RD Roberto and RD Abelio at halftime. Yeah, so we had a good time together. Si Tokayo yan eh. Every time we come together, we always try to make sure that we have a picture for the two of us. So that was October 1. October 2, the following day, balik na naman ako sa DKS for Coaching for Success. So, the first time, September 30, I was with them to talk about how to relate to your boss. And then a follow-up session is coaching for success. So when you think about it, parang nagtutugma lahat ng mga seminars and workshops na inattenan at kinonduct for that week, for this past week. Coaching for success naman, importante kasi malaman natin when you're coaching people, no? Kasi pagka meron kang kumpanya, meron kang department o division na ikaw yung nagli-lead, importante ma-identify mo or ma-identify ng mga tao mo what does success look like. Why is it important? Because as a coach, you have to be able to teach them, or you have to be able to guide them or coach them towards what their understanding of success is. Hindi yung understanding mo. Kasi ang tao dapat na mag-define ng success eh. Kasi nga, alam natin, success is relative eh, di ba? Iba-ibang definition natin ng success eh. So, kinakailangan ma-identify nila muna ano ba ang success para sa kanila. Pag na-identify na nila kung ano yung success for them, then it's easier now for you to coach them because alam mo na kung saan dapat patungo yung iyong coaching plan of action. So, first is to identify success. The second is to create a game plan. Alam nyo pala mga kapatid, ang coach pala, pag sinamong life coach, or pag sinamong financial coach, wealth coach, health coach, or sports coach, pag sinamong coach, the coach has to engage in collaborative alliance. Ano yung collaborative alliance? Kailangan nagkakaintindihan kayo. You know how to work together. Collaborative alliance to establish two things. Number one, purpose or goal. Kailangan ma-establish yun. The second thing, the reason why you want to get into collaborative alliance is so that you can create a plan of action. So, identify the goal and create a plan of action. Yun yung job ng isang coach. So, isipin nyo na maigi bago kayo before you get into the real term coaching. Kasi, pag sinamong coach ka, you bring on responsibility on yourself. Diba? Naglalagay ka na ngayon ng hindi lang titulo sa sarili mo eh. Nagbibigay ka ngayon ng responsibilidad para sa sarili mo, para sa ibang tao. So, be very careful. No? It's a nice term. Magandang term na sabihin, I'm a life coach, I'm a ganito coach, I'm a ganong coach. Pero sa totoo lang, kahit tanong mo nga si Coach Chot, kahit itanong mo sa kanila, kahit sinong coach, talagang mabigat ang responsibilidad ng isang coach. Lalo na ngayon, Game 2 ng finals, ng UAAP. Medyo hindi kami pinalad nung Game 1. So, syempre, si Coach Juno, mabigat ang responsibilidad niya ngayon. Kasi do or die na ngayon. For both teams, ha? Hindi lang para sa Lasal. Para sa UST rin. Do or die rin sila. Kasi syempre, sa kanila, sa UST, gusto nilang tapusin na yung serye. Bring home the trophy. Pero ang Lasal, we wanna fight another day. We wanna go we wanna go to Game 3. So, everything is do or die for us. That's coaching for success. And, collaborative communication, that's October 3. The next day, I was talking about how do you build good communication within your organization. So kung napupunan ninyo, no, lahat ng mga ginagawa namin dito, whether it's through media, through radio, or teaching, or workshops, it all results in communication. How you connect and how you communicate with each other. Bakit importante ang communication? Pag pinag-usapan natin ng property development, location. Pag pinag-usapan natin ng teamwork and how do you build relationships with people, it's communication. Kahit anong trabaho mo, kahit anong negosyo mo, kahit anong departamentong hinahawakan mo, communication is very key. Dahil pag mahina ang communication or pag walang communication, tendency is for people to assume. At pag nag-assume ang mga tao, mas maraming problema. Pag dumami ang problema, there will be conflict and you will not move forward in your business. So we talk about collaborative communication. How do you understand each other? How do you communicate and how do you understand each other? Ang nangyari dito sa kumpanyang to, we did several cases on communication. Alam nyo ba, in a span of, let's say, in a span of 3 years, the aviation industry had so many deaths And when you pinpoint the source, pag tinignan mo yung source, saan ang galing yung, o ano yung ugat ng mga nasawi dahil sa airplane crash or whatever. Dahil yan sa communication. Miscommunication and missed communication. Miscommunication, hindi naintindihan. Missed communication, hindi nasabi. And it cost the lives of people. So, pag pinag-usapan natin yung communication, tignan natin yung big picture. For the aviation industry, it's lives and safety of people. For products and services, it's benefit to the people. How do you communicate all of that? That was a busy way. And of course, last night, I hosted a party in my house where I invited, inimbita ko yung aking team sa trabaho, Business Works. Yeah, so here's kasi kalilipat lang namin sa bahay. So parang housewarming na rin para sa amin yon. And the entire team was there. So nandyan si Anthony, si Alfred, si Irene, at saka lahat ng mga team na bumubuo. Yan, kasama sa picture si Lexi, yung bunso namin. Na yung isang couple doon, si Jovet at saka si Dexter, parang gusto nang iuwi eh. Parang ayaw ng bitiwan eh. Ayaw nang bigay sa amin. So, we had a good time yesterday. We just had dinner. Simple dinner lang naman. Yan, buffet dinner. Simple lang. Oo. Ano lang, crispy pata, kare-kare. Ganun lang. Simple lang talaga. Nothing fancy. Yung Shanghai, chicken barbecue, chicken with mushroom, and ganun lang. Very simple dinner lang. Hindi, ano ba yun? Busog talaga eh. Hindi, yung dinner lang na talagang as in, no hype at all. No hype at all yung dinner namin. Nako, nagpaparamdam ang mga kasama natin dito sa booth. Sana magpatikim ka ng simpleng handaan na yan. Very low profile na kainan. Tama yan. Low profile na kainan. Inubos ang aking stock ng wine. Ang mga to, grabe. Kung makahingi ng wine, parang tubig eh. Nangyang tubig. Pero wine yun. Okay. That's for me and Anthony when he comes, or if he comes, kapatid, he will share a little bit more about himself. We also have yesterday morning, I went on a BMW run to breakfast at Antonio's. Importante yung mga ganito dahil yung mga hobbies mo at saka yung mga passion mo, kailangan i-express mo yun eh. And for those of you that don't know, ang unang-una kong negosyo po auto repairs. So, I went into that body repair, painting, and while I was in that business, I took an interest in cars. So, even until now, though I've changed careers, or hindi na yun yung aking negosyo, nandun pa rin yung hilig, nandun pa rin yung passion. And we went to breakfast at Antonio's in Tagaytay together with two of my good friends, Ronald and Mario, who are also both BMW owners. So, ganun kami. We just take a drive for breakfast just to test the cars. Kasi yung isa sa amin tatlo, kabibili lang niya yung kanyang sasakyan. Kaya, tinesting namin. So, and then, whoever wants to come, hindi sama lang sila. Diba? But, importante yung mga dati mong passion, i-revisit mo yun. Kasi, that's one good way to relax. That's one good way to connect with friends through common passions or common interests. No? And this is one of them. That happened yesterday morning. So, medyo chill lang ako kahapon ng umaga after a whole week of programs and workshops. A few announcements, mga kapatid. HIP Pinas, huwag po ninyong kakalimutan. HIP Pinas, Holistically Involved Parents. This is a movement by Anthony and Maricel. Alam naman natin na parenting is very important for us, no? In a lot of the seminars, kung mapapakinggan niyo yung mga seminars namin, we always make a lot of reference to parenting. We always make a lot of reference to family. Bakit? Dahil ako mismo, ang paniniwala ko po, pagka maayos ang private life mo, it strengthens the public life. In other words, importante rin na merong appreciation for the family at saka may appreciation yung family mo for what you do. Because it gives you more motivation to continue to work. It gives you more motivation to continue to do what you have been doing. So, importanteng malaman din natin kung paano ang pagpapalaki ng ating mga anak. So, marami sa inyo, alam naman yung aming yung dami ng anak namin ni Anthony. No? At importante rin, maging estudyante tayo ng ating mga anak para alam natin kung paano sila gabayan tungo sa tamang daan o tamang purpose for them and their lives. On October 12, they will be in SM Lucena. Yung SM Calamba, the date will be announced. This is Hippinas in Calibo. Meron ba tayong picture doon? They had a pep talk, a parenting enhancement program, pep talk, talk on time management, talent enhancement, and technology. So this was, I think this is done. This was last week. No? A parenting tip from our mommy blogger, si Ana Moran. Decide what are the values that are non-negotiables in your family and communicate these early to your children. Be consistent in what you are trying to teach them. More importantly, live out the values that you want them to imbibe in their own lives. Sa Tagalog, kapatid, ano ba yan sa Tagalog?
Magdesisyon
Yan.
kung ano ang mga prinsipyo, paninindigan, at hikain na non-negotiable. Ano ba yung non-negotiable? Ha?
Wala
Hindi
si
mo
Doc Bolet.
mabaguhin, ha?
Wala si Doc Bolet.
Sa inyong pamilya, ipahiwatig ang mga ito ng malinaw sa inyong mga anak. Maging consistent. Pabago-bago sa pagtuturo ng mga ito sa kanila. Higit sa lahat, isang buhay. Isa buhay. Ang mga ito upang kanila ding gawing bahagi ng kanilang pamumuhay. Yan.
Good morning, kapatid!
Good morning. Kamusta po?
MIB tayo, ha? MIB, ha?
Actually, papunta na ako rito.
Oo.
Nung sinabi mo nakaitim ka, nakuling ako ng palit, di ba?
Very good.
Ayos.
Kamusta ba?
So yung Aklan, ha? Maricel, Aklan sa, Calibo.
Calibo.
Yes. Congratulations to...
Oo. Last week yun, no?
Yep.
Last week yun. Oo. Very good. Ano ba nangyari sir this week?
May picture ata tayo.
Oo. Bisa tayo po na natin.
Una, na-late sa magbago.
What a way to end the week.
Oo nga eh. Well, what do we have on screen? Can we show? Quickly on screen ang mga iba pang change in action natin. Yes, can you show? And then I can explain, Miss Irene. Kung lalabas pa, may panahon pa ba? Wala eh. Wala. Ayaw sa akin eh.
Bagal eh.
Diba? Wala. Ayaw daw talaga. Parang...
yan ang pinakamalakas
yan
ang pinakamalakas kumain kagabi, yung Irene. Nakailang balik yan eh. Ayaw.
Buti kung kain lang. Ito ay ang ating ano ba to? School tour ba to? Oh, this was Calibo. Is that right? Hippinas, so Holistically Involved Parents in Calibo. Yes, thank you very much. So, it was a whole team. Nandiyan sina Albert, sina Aiki. Ang maganda dito, ang mga nag-oorganisa ng ating Hippinas ay wala pang mga anak.
Oo nga.
Diba? They're all practicing, all preparing.
Ang may asawa lang doon si Albert, no?
At wala pang anak.
Wala
diba? So, they all want to become better parents in the future. So, this is something unique, no? Hippinas, Holistically Involved Parents, organized by non-parents. Ayan ang paghahanda. Okay, so this was just last week, and meron ako isang kwento dyan, no? Yung nakita ni Maricel sa airport, no, ng tatlong bata, and then yung kanilang kuya-kuyahan, kunwari, no? Ito sa scene that tumayo yung balahibo ni Maricel, nanginginig siya because she felt that it was a potential trafficking situation. And that is one of the events that we also attended last week, yung launching of the Film Fund, no? Philippine American Fund by Jerry Rojas Foundation. $27 million ha? $27 million ang binigay ng USAID to the Jerry Ross Foundation para ipamigay sa ibang mga grupo, sa mga NGO, even private groups who want their development projects to be funded.
Yeah.
Pero may bidding ito. So, if I were you, if you are an organization at gusto nyo ng pondo at alam nyo yung mga gagawin niyo makakatulong sa bayan, tumawag kayo sa Jerry Ross Foundation. You have to submit your initial idea daw before the end of the month. Diba? Saka lang si-screen yun. Si-screen yun. Pero first round lang yan. There are a few rounds for funding.
Ilang
5
rounds
year.
kaya? Ilang rounds yung...
Depende sa dami ng magpo-propose ng project. Sa magbibid. Let's say, nakita nila na dun sa unang bid, let's say, 500 million yung yung binibid ng mga tao, total projects. So, anywhere from 2 to 20 million kung magaganda lahat, di ibig sabihin, next round, 500 na lang. Kasi it's about 1 billion pesos.
Wow.
Diba? So, congratulations to the Film Fund. Nasa picture si RJ De La Fuente. My nephew, The Voice. Siya ang kumanta nung pambansang awit at Star Spangled Banner. Tama ba yun? Is that,
yeah.
So, he sang both the American and Filipino national anthems dahil isa sang Phil-Am. Diba? So, congratulations to the Jerry Ross Foundation under Vicky Garchitorena for starting this film fund for the next 5 years. And other pictures on screen, we had a meeting with General Lot. Okay, siya ang head ng training services ng PNP, Philippine National Police. At pinag-uusapan natin how we can help further train the Philippine National Police in 2014. Actually, nandiyan ako next week.
Ongoing yan di ba?
5 taon na yan. 5 years na. And you've been part of that. You've been part of that.
Nakaisa ako doon.
So we are planning for 2014. Itutuloy natin. We're gonna be training their field training officers. Ito yung mga police na nagtuturo ng ibang police. Okay? On how to serve the community better. So this is a program that we are conducting in 2014. Apart from yung ating mentoring leadership. Mentoring leadership program is still ongoing
so
sa PNP. So
dalawa na yung programa natin sa PNP.
Yes. And we are excited that it is continuing to grow and we are influencing more of our police force. Maraming salamat to the leadership of PNP. Tunay na nagbabago.
Kailangan talagang pagbabago.
Then we had a school tour called to rescue. Kasama natin si Jericho Rosales, diba? Who is about to show his award-winning indie film, yung Alagwa on human trafficking on October 9. So pumunta tayo sa Pio del Pilar School dyan sa Makati. Kasama natin si Jericho and of course Ricky, our operations man, and we spoke to about 500 students about the ills of trafficking at kung anong dapat gawin para hindi ka ma-traffic, no? Because trafficking is widespread. Yun ang problema. Totoo siya, nangyayari siya. Yan ang sitwasyon. So thank you, Jericho, for your support. And we wish you the best for your movie starting in all SM cinemas nationwide on October 9. Of course, yan si Pam, no? Ang ating project director na happy lang nakasama niya sa Jericho. The next day, kasama naman niya si... what was that next event na nakasama naman niya si Borgie. We did something for doctors. Although hindi natin masyado pinopromote yun because it's an internal event.
Yeah.
So si Borgie Manotok naman ang kasama niya. Tapos the next day si Quest, no? From Genesis also. And Abby Asistio. You know her, of course, no? So they also went on a school tour Thursday naman yan, iba namang paaralan sa Pasig. So this is an ongoing thing. Kung gusto nyo pong bumisita kami sa inyo, in your school, to talk about human trafficking, meron pa yan demonstrations, how to ward off a potential trafficker, then please give us a call or post a message sa ating Facebook site.
Naayos Dami!
We want to show this video. Can we show this video? This is an ad on trafficking created by one of our partner organizations. Tinutulungan natin silang Visayan Forum. Are we ready to show this video? Okay, pakita po natin, ha? If you are on radio, siguro ikwento natin.
Untie my shoe. 3, 4, lock the door. 5, 6, take the kicks. 7, 8, feel their weight. 9, 10, raped by men. I get and count again. 1, 2, untie my shoe.
Today, more than 100,000 children from the Philippines have been deceived and taken from their homes, sold into prostitution and slavery. Restore their freedom and their childhood. Fight against human trafficking and modern-day slavery now. Join the I Fight movement. Knock out human trafficking in our generation. Log on to www.visayanforum.org.
Bigat
Hindi,
na.
no? Ha? Hindi, no?
Bigat na.
Totoo yun. Nangyayari
Actually,
yan.
kapatid, remember nung nag-launch tayo ng Call to Rescue dito sa Manila, di ba? When we had it in EDSA channel, di ba? Kami nag-host nun eh.
Yes.
Di ba?
Yes.
And that was the first time, mga kapatid, first time namin nakita yung mga posters na dapat nilang gawin, di ba? Tapos yung mga campaigns, ad campaigns. This was supposed to be a launch. Pero, kapatid, nung nakita ko yung mga pictures at saka yung mga testimony, it was so hard to. Honestly, medyo nahirapan ako mag-host nun kasi hindi mo alam kung paano ako magre-react.
Lalo na kung may pamilya ka na,
Oo,
di ba? May anak ka na.
Oo.
Yung nakita natin commercial ngayon, those who are listening, kung hindi nyo napanood yun, nagbibilang, at one point, nagbibilang yung bata, kung ilan na yung naging customer niya, di ba? O gumamit sa kanya.
Gumamit.
That's based on a true story. Kasi merong isang nasalba, she's 12 years old.
12 years old.
Galing abroad, no? And then they saw her notebook. Nandun. Binibilang niya kung ilang beses siyang ginagamit.
Tick marks.
Tapos nung tinanong siya ng pangalan niya, hindi niya alam pangalan niya. Number 8 lang siya. Number 8.
Ako, numero na.
Wala na siyang pangalan, numero na lang.
Wala nang identity. No?
And this is happening. But thank you to Call to Rescue.
Yes.
Thank you to Cecil.
Yes.
Also for your support, your mentorship. And we have this opportunity to turn this around. Diba? And thank you also to our partner station, of course, Radyo 5. Salamat sa pag-air nung ating commercial. Okay.
Ayos. Woo!
Sige. Ready na tayo.
Tanggal mo na ng ano. Ha!
Break muna tayo. It is
sandali,
now
kapatid.
8:39. Mamimigay mo. Ano to?
Ano mo na yan? Pabaon sa'yo dapat ni Vera kagabi.
Wow!
Wow! Choknat, pare. Choknat.
Diba? Something I enjoyed since I was 5 years old pa lang tayo. Ganito na, diba?
Choknat.
At di nagbago, no? Ayan ang mga dapat hindi magbago.
Yan.
The unchangeables of life. Diba?
Yan. Choknat.
Salamat, Vera. Okay, salamat. Nagtatanong sila sa studio saan daw yung sa kanila.
Wala.
Halata ang mga ira ng mga nagcho-choknat. Ano ba yan? Timeless nga eh.
Hello?
Diba? Walang generational gap.
Sabi nyo, masarap ang choknat.
Diba?
Successful ang choknat. Yung kumpanya na gumagawa ng choknat.
Alas 8:40 na.
Philippine
Standard Time. Magbago tayo with RD. Change 101.
Take down notes.
Diba? Take down notes na. After this break, magbabalik po kami. Don't go away.
Not the score.
Nagbabalik po tayo sa Magbago Tayo at ito po si RD, kasama po ko si Anthony. Co-host lang po ako dito. But before we move further, huwag po natin kakalimutan na huwag po tayong mag-antay hanggang sa katapusan ng programa para lang magtanong. Pwede na ho kayong magtanong, pwede nyo i-text sa amin sa 0919-204-5640.
Or you can post your comments on our Facebook page.
Pwede.
Magbago tayo o i-text nyo.
Pwede.
Sabi nga ni RD. O i-tweet nyo.
Diba?
Diba? Send us a tweet. Pangilinan po ako and
at RD Abelio.
Okay.
Or you can like our Facebook page, RDS Abelio. Ano may sa'yo, kapatid?
Anthony Pangilinan.
Yan.
So marami pong pamamaraan para magpadala ng mensahe. And we'd like to respond to your greetings, your questions, your suggestions during this show.
Pwede rin kayo tumawag, 355-5535. Madali lang tandaan, 355-5535.
Pero sa ngayon, makinig kayo. Dahil ang magtuturo ay ang partner ko.
Iyon. Habang
Okay, so ano ang topic natin, RD? Dahil ang guest natin ngayon ay isang
globally competitive
isang globally
businessman.
competitive businessman. Kailangan ang topic natin ay
food. Hindi, how to be globally competitive.
Okay.
Yan. Being globally competitive. These are 7 points na Pinag-isipan namin ni Anthony talaga. Maigi. Pinag-pray namin to. Tapos sabi niya, Lord, ano ba? What does it mean to become globally competitive? And, alam nyo naman, buhay ang Panginoon. Sinagot kami. Kaninang umaga. Dumating ang sagot. Ha? Binigay sa akin 5. Binigay kay Anthony 2. Eto na, mga kaibigan. Meron na kayong ballpen. Tama, meron na kayong papel.
So, Joseph, you give us your comments later kung tama to, ha? Yung mga punto to. How to be a globally competitive manager.
Correct.
Okay. Professional.
Correct. Yan.
Okay.
Joseph, makinig ka, ha?
Siya nga magtuturo sa atin, eh.
Okay. Here we go. So, being globally competitive. Ito na. Number 1, first and foremost, build the necessary capability. Yan. Build the necessary capability. Bago ka pumasok sa isang, ito naman, kapatid.
Sa kanya ka na lang mag-focus para makasubo ko rito.
Kasi mamaya ako naman susubo. Kasi bago ka pumasok sa isang negosyo o sa isang kumpanya, kailangan alam mo kung ano yung capability mo. And we've been discussing this time and time again. Ano yung capability? Capacity plus ability. So, alamin mo kung ano yung scope, ano yung kailangan gawin, at titignan mo sa sarili mo, sa core mo. Meron kang abilidad para tugunan yung pangangailangan na yon. Dahil kung meron, then you can easily build capability over time. Pero kasi paminsan, hindi match. Yan ang nakikita ko. Kasi paminsan hindi match. Meron nga pangangailangan, pero wala naman sa abilidad ng tao. Pinipilit nila. So, parang ang ginagawa nila, they tend to work on their weakness to try to make it a strength. But you cannot dahil it takes more time to do so. So, alamin mo muna kung ano yung, and there are many needs, ha. Huwag tayong, maraming pangangailangan ang mundo ngayon. Ang negosyo ngayon, there are so many needs. All we need to do is find out what is our ability to help build or to meet the need. Ito nga yung sinasabi ni Brian Tracy, di ba? Yun sa, on the book focus yata, yung Mafia offer, di ba? Yung core need, core competence. Ano yung pangangailangan? Ano yung kakayahan mo? Kung magmamatch yun, Mafia offer. Dahil no one resists the Mafia, eh. Diba? Kasi perfect fit, perfect match. So build the necessary capability.
And I want to say congratulations to almost 14 million Filipinos.
Yes.
Who have offered their capability.
Correct.
To globally competitive companies in the world today. Ganyan kagaling ang Pinoy.
Yan. And as a result of that, kapatid, we don't just meet the need. We excel. Above all. Sa lahat ng mga nationalities na kasama natin sa trabaho, ang Pinoy yung talagang bukod tanging, lumilitaw eh.
Doon lumalabas yung 500 years natin under different, we were a colony of different countries. When you think about it, initially para bang ang lungkot, di ba? Nasakupan tayo ng iba't ibang mga bansa, pero kung tutuusin, nakatulong sa atin because we were able to adapt, and today we are one of the most adaptable countries. Okay, next.
Number 2, establish connections early.
Ganong kaaga?
Early.
Ibig sabihin aga.
Yun yung first agenda of the day. Pagka pumasok kayo sa isang kultura o isang bansa, kailangan alamin mo muna kung sino yung dapat mong kakonect. Di ba? I speak in terms of yung mga nakasama na natin sa trabaho na mga foreigners, di ba? At saka yung mga nakikita natin mga kasama nating mga Pilipino na nag-excel at lumalabas, di ba? And establish their business outside. Alam mo ba, kapatid, that the first global organization is the church.
Right.
Or a Christian.
Missionary.
Yeah, because of the directive of the boss.
Of course. Go!
Go!
Therefore, of all nations. Tama, ano?
That's the very first global organization is the church. Di ba? I remember yung aming senior pastor, si Steve Merle. Back in 1984, when summer outreach lang yun eh. That was the longest summer outreach nga kasi hanggang ngayon nandito pa rin siya. Pero when he came here in 1984 to do a summer outreach, nung nalaman niya na dito na siya titira. Dahil lahat ng outreach team umuwi na sa Amerika. Naiwan na lang siya sa kaasawa niya dito. Ang ginawa niya, kapatid, nakipag-meeting siya sa lahat ng Christian organizations. He established his connections early. Just to find out what is the climate. Ano ba ang kailangan namin gawin? Kasi ako, Amerikano ako. Pero maaring hindi naman akma yung ginagawa namin sa Amerika dito sa Pilipinas.
Right.
So what is it? And he became a student of his connections. He established that early on in life, early on in his ministry. So now, 20 plus years later, it's growing. The church is growing all because of those connections that he established early on.
Importante talaga na nasa konteksto di ba?
Mm-mm.
Di ba? You can have the
Correct.
capability, pero if it's not in context, di ba?
Yes.
Wala kang relevance. No?
Mm-mm.
And take action, be proactive.
Mm-mm.
I'll never forget the first time I wanted to attend this international conference on designing learning organizations.
Mhm.
Hindi ko ata nakwento sa ito Basta sa internet lang 'yon. Mahal, $1,000 pa naman. This is mga 10, 15 years ago. $1,000? Hindi ko kaya to. Yung trip pa sa Amerika to. Elliot Macy
Okay.
Center. So, siya yung pinaka-bossing. His learning convention.
Okay.
Sabi ko, bahala na. Email na lang ako, di ba? Sabi ko, baka naman pwedeng bigyan nyo kami ng discount. Ganun na lang. I mean, went straight to the boss, the chairman. Wala na akong iba pinuntahan kundi yun. Alam mo, sabi niya, house, 10%. Sabi niya, 10%. So, reply ako, 10% discount? No, just pay for 10%.
Okay.
He didn't know me. I didn't know him.
Yeah.
But because maybe he saw my boldness,
Yeah.
wanting to connect,
Correct.
diba? And asking, di I receive. So instead of $1,000, it's a $100
Galing.
conference. And I made it. And that started our series of seminars, diba? That we started to attend
Yes.
abroad.
Yeah.
Dahil nagtanong, diba? Nagpakumbaba at nagtanong, diba? So kasama yon sa establishing connection.
Huwag kayo mahihiyang magtanong. Yun yung one of the principles of success. Si Jack Canfield. Ask. Kasi ang pinakamahirap lang the worst that you can get out of asking is a no. Or, but rejected. Pero your life will not change or your life will not alter dramatically.
Yun ang nagbago
Yeah.
No naman nung nagsimula
Yun lang.
Diba?
Number 3, culture sensitivity is key. Culture sensitivity is key. So, pagka tayo naman yung pumasok dun sa isang bansa, kailangan maging sensitive tayo dun sa kultura. Diba? Which many foreigners who have come to the Philippines have accepted that already. Na meron sariling kultura ang Pilipinas na hindi natin pwede banggain yan because you will go counter-culture, which will be very hard to make headway and to build more. So you have to be very careful about culture. Natatanda ko, kapatid, meron tayong isang kumpanya that we work closely with. In-audit sila. In-audit. BPO to. Business Process Outsource. In-audit sila. Buong kumpanya. In-audit ng mother company sa New York. Sabi nila, okay, we will audit all your processes kasi marami ng negosyo pinapasok dito sa Pilipinas. Di ba? Marami pa. Pinasok na yung administration, finance, etc. HR, lahat pinasok na dito. Nung ino-audit sila, sabi nung boss, sabi nung managing director, who's Filipino, sabi niya, you can audit everything. Pwede niyo yung tignan lahat at questionin lahat ng ginagawa namin. Puwera lang ang aming kultura. You can take a look at it. You can audit it if you want, but never question it. Because this has been a proven way of how we have grown and produced for your company over the years. Which is true. Kasi ngayon, itong kumpanyang to, this local company, the Manila office, grabe yung awards na nakuha ng mother company because of them. Because yung contribution nila was so big, diba? Pero kultura, very important.
Way of life.
Way of life.
Pag
diba?
nag-abroad nga ako, let's say international conference, dyan na naman magaling ang Pinoy let's say, it's an international conference, di ba? Let's say, social time na. Makikita mo yung mga Amerikano, magkasama yan with the Europeans, drinking beer, di ba? Tapos, on one corner, makikita mo yung mga...
Hapon, sake.
Oh, yan.
Kamay.
Sila. Tapos, makikita mo yung mga...
Indian. Nagkagaganon sila. I like it.
Tapos, yung mga, the Spanish and di ba? Tequila, di ba? And then, nakita mo yung mga Africans, hindi masyadong umiinom, but a lot of soul, di ba? The singing songs on the side. Yung mga Asians, yun mga medyo quiet ng kaunti, no? Pero ang Pilipino, nasan siya? Yan ang umiikot, di ba? Di ba? Mag-beer tayo. Walang problema.
Sake. Sige, pati yun.
Walang problema, di ba? Senyor, kamusta? Di tequila. Amazing cultural sensitivity of the Filipino. Again, because of the multiple cultures. Para tayong chop suey, diba? It has become a strength. Okay, so number 3. Number 4.
Number 4. Be agile enough for change and adaptability. Be agile enough for change and adaptability. So, importante rin doon. Pag pumasok ka doon sa isang bansa, pag nakita mo yung kultura, kailangan ikaw, handa ka rin magbago. Diba? I've seen foreigners who have come to our country. The first thing that you ask them 2 things. Number 1, what do you notice? Ano yung napupuna mo dun sa tao? Oh, very hospitable, very caring, very warm. You like to party, gano'n. Okay, very good. Ano napupuna mo dun sa bansa? Traffic. Oh, very bad, terrible. Pero, they use that to their advantage. Meaning, for any little achieve or any little award that they get, celebrate. Ganon. It's always because nakita nila, ganon ng mga Pilipino eh. They like celebrating. Which boosts productivity. Pag na-recognize, tapos nagpakain ka, nagpamerienda ka, nagpa-party ka, kahit ano lang, yung kape-kape lang, pero na-recognize mo siya at this small gathering is for you, it actually boosts the productivity of people. In the same way naman, tayo rin, pag pumunta na rin tayo sa abroad, tignan rin natin kung ano ba yung kultura. Yeah? Ano yung kultura? Tapos pagdating natin doon, if you want to be able to blend in, learn to change and adapt.
Just remember the advice of Peter Drucker that you must first know what you will not change.
Correct. Non-negotiable.
Non-negotiables mo. Then it's easier for you. It's safer for you. Diba? And it is more enjoyable for you to change. Kasi yung problema ng iba, hindi nagbabago. Takot magbago kasi hindi na alam kung ano yung mga non-negotiables nila. Diba? Natatakot sila na kung magbabago sila, hindi na nila kilala yung sarili nila. So to everybody who intends to go global, please make sure you know what you will not change. Correct. So that you have no problem changing those negotiables in life.
2011, nung nagsalita ako sa MDRT Atlanta, ang host ko, Indian. Pagdating namin doon, kanya-kanyang party yan. Pagdating ko siyempre, sinama ako sa Indian party. So sa India kasi, when they eat, you don't eat with both hands. You eat with hands, but not just with one hand. Kasi yung isa is presumed clean, the other one is what you use for work, di ba? So, Pinoy eh. Oh, so would you want utensils or do you want to eat with your hands? Oh, eat with your hands. Di ba? Kaya makibagay ka eh. Di ba? So, nagkaroon siya ng appreciation. Parang sabi niya, taong to, you gave an option, pero you choose to go with what they do. Di ba? Kailangan tayong mag-change. We have to learn to change and adapt. Number 5, determine your course and live it daily. Yan. Determine your course and live it daily. Isang natutunan ko sa ating workshop dun sa Jumpstart, which by the way, we're gonna do another one in November 30 in Seda Hotel in BGC. Isang natutunan ko kay Yeng Remulla. When you start your business, sabi niya ganon, pag nag-umpisa ka ng negosyo mo, determine to end even before you start. Okay. Determined to end it even before you start.
Begin with the end in mind.
Talagang
nakikita mo na yung dulo.
Oo. Identify your course of action. Tapos araw-araw, pagkagising mo, yun ang nasa isip mo. Pagdating sa negosyo, yun ang iniisip mo. When you go to work, yun ang iniisip mo. Ano yung punot dulo nito? Ano yung purpose nito? Ano yung learning nito? Determine your course of action and live it daily. The minute you do that, you make progress faster. So, course of action, determine your course and live it daily. May dadagdag ka?
Iniisip ko yung ginabi ni Topax ko like the other day. It's the same with financial management. Diba? Look at absolutes. What is your goal? Once you achieve your goal, stop it, pull out, and then reassess.
Tama.
Diba? Iba kasi morolyo pa.
Nagiging greedy eh.
Diba? Kung gusto ko lang kumita, diba, ng 15% or 12%, 8% in 1 year, diba? Let's say, then you put in your investment, 1 year na, naka 8% na, aba, feeling good. Sige, i-roll natin to. Second year, nawala lahat, diba?
Tapos.
Sabi niya, once you achieve your goal, you have to be disciplined enough, diba? Control yourself, you pull it out, be happy that you succeeded. Now, based on your new goals, kung meron kang bagong layunin, diba? Let's say, a new phase, you set a new direction, a new course. At kung gusto mong mag-invest ulit, at least it's based on that new goal.
Correct.
Kasi iba, nakakalimutan na yung layunin, nagiging ugali na lang, di ba? Naging greedy na, di ba? And then before they realize it, they do not accomplish their goal because they got so into the activity, they forgot the productivity.
Oo, tama.
Di ba?
Tama yun. Number 6, be collaborative to build trust and unity. Be collaborative to build trust and unity. Something happens when you see people that you work with as collaborators rather than competitors. Kasi when you collaborate with people, that means that you are, at some point, tinitignan mo kung paano magsasucceed ang isang tao eh. Di ba? Kunwari, and we can say, like, for example, Anthony and myself, ilan taon na ba tayo mag-partner sa negosyo? 17 years?
Wala bro. Basta I love you.
As we collaborate together for business, many people don't know this kasi they always see us apart. I do my workshops and seminars and talks. He does his own. Pero within the organization, we like to collaborate with each other. And over time, ang nangyari nun, we have built trust with each other. Does that mean that we don't fight? No. Nag-aaway din kami. Pero, because we've learned to collaborate more than to compete with each other because we belong to the same industry, parehong ginagawa namin, imbis na competing with each other, we've decided, let's collaborate. And, eto, we have also collaborated with others.
Of course.
Diba? Kasi, ang industriya namin dito sa training and development, maliit lang naman eh. Yung external maliit lang eh. So, we'd much rather collaborate with each other so that we can build more business for each other. That's established trust. Even with Salt and Light, with sinang R.D. Roberto, Francis Kong, and Chinky Tan. And we've been united. I remember, natatandaan ko dati, nag-talk kami ni Chinky, ni kapatid, sa isang kumpanya. Iba, kinuha ko through Business Works. But when we got on stage, without talking to each other,
para kayong magkapatid.
At saka, yung talking points namin were just building on each other.
Yun na yun.
So, pagdating ng Q&A namin, ang ganda ng banter dahil aligned kami. Even without talking to each other before the workshop or before the talks.
Importante kasi rito, yung principle 1, when you know your capability, you have the confidence to partner with others. Diba? Kasi alam mo na yung plus mo. Ngayon, nahanapin mo naman yung plus ng iba.
Tama.
Hindi payabangan to eh. Diba? So, I wanna acknowledge people, not just locally, but Chan Kim, Blue Ocean.
Yes.
Diba? John Maxwell. These are the people we've collaborated with and continue to do so through the years. Diba? Professor Robert Eng of Techmart. Diba? Meridia for our audience response system.
Right.
ASTD, the American Society for Training and Development. So, ito po ang mga collaborations namin without which we wouldn't be where we are today.
Tama.
Marami pa kaming kailangan matutunan, We are not already up there. There's still so much we're learning, but I wanna acknowledge yung sinabi mong halftime, si San Wee, a Singaporean billionaire, hindi siya aamin, who was there speaking to us. Kami mo, nagno-notes, diba? So, yes, you have the capability, but you cannot do it on your own. Diba? If you leverage diba, with others and their own capabilities, then that's a winning combination.
Next year, sa Gallup, with Strength Finder.
Diba?
Partner natin yan.
And
last,
finally,
bring honor to God, family, and country.
Ayun.
Yan. Bring honor to God,
at yan ang gagawin ng guest natin in the next few minutes,
correct.
diba?
Kasi importanteng malaman, it's not all about money. Hindi lahat. It's not all about money. It's not all about building an empire. Di ba? Kailangan meron kang bigger purpose eh. Bigger purpose on why do you want to excel globally? Why do you want to be competitive? Although, term, yes, compete. Pero, bakit gusto mong gumaling? Para hindi lang mabigay yung accolade sa sarili mo. Di ba? Pero, makita nila na ibang klaseng magtrabaho to. Because even the good book says, work unto the Lord, not unto man. Di ba? Ganun yun eh. So when you work for a higher cause, for a higher being, you don't just give credit to yourself. Although you do. Kasi ikaw naman yung pasasalamatan. Di ba? Accept it, but at the same time, acknowledge that ang Panginoon nagbigay sa iyo ng talent. It was God who gave you the ability so that you can meet the capacity to build capability. Di ba?
At itaas mo ang bandera ng Pilipinas.
Yeah.
Naikwento ko na dati to, pero siguro magandang ending to eh. Yung isang caregiver, yung yaya, kwento ko po sa iyo, na nagkasakit yung anak ng hari. Diba? Nagkasakit yung anak ng hari, hindi mapakali yung reyna. This is a kingdom. Siguro alam nyo na yung pinag-uusapan ko, pero hindi natin pwedeng i-announce on air kasi makikilala natin yung ambassador. Yung ambassador mismo nagkwento sa akin. Nagkasakit yung anak ng reyna at ng hari. Yung yayang Pilipina ang lumuhod at nagdasal.
Wow.
Tapos na-inspire yung reyna, lumuhod rin. Tapos yung hari, nasa labas na corridor, he was walking, pacing, kasi nga, mataas yung lagnat nung bata eh. Tinawag nung reyna. Sabi niya, you kneel down with us here. And the Filipina maid was the one, yaya, who led them in prayer.
Wow.
Nung kinausap siya nung ambassador, alam sabi nung yaya, he may be the king, ma'am, but my God is the King of Kings.
Yes,
Gave glory to God.
Correct.
And honor to the country. In fact, yun ang sinabi ng ambassador. Sabi niya, alam mo, Anthony, sa dami ng OFWs natin ngayon, na nagiging yaya ng mga anak ng hari, presidente, CEO, chairman, ng pinakamalaking kumpanya sa buong mundo, babalik at babalik yan sa Pilipinas. Diba? Someday, all of these young people, when they grow and be influencers in their countries, will give back to the Philippines. So,
amen ba tayo dyan, mga kapatid?
Amen, amen. So, congratulations to all our Filipino OFWs. Of course, you have to come home at one point, ha? May pamilya pa tayo rito. But thank you for the honor you've given to God and to our country.
To recap, build the necessary capability. The second is establish connections early. Number 3 is culture sensitivity is key. Number 4, be agile enough for change and adaptability. Number 5, determine your course and live it daily. Number 6, be collaborative to build trust and unity. And number 7, bring honor to God, family, and country. Those are the 7 C's that rhyme with each other.
The 7 rhyming C's to be globally competitive as a Filipino in the world today. Maraming salamat, Maria Bello.
Maraming salamat.
It is 9:10 Standard Time dito po sa Pilipinas. Magbabalik po ang Magbago Tayo with our change champion, our guest today, right after this break. Welcome back to Magbago Tayo. Mga greetings. Good morning, Sir RD and Sir Anthony. Please greet my boss, EP Dones.
Good morning.
Good morning, EP Dones. We don't know who greeted you. Bigyan niyo naman yung pangalan ninyo.
Good morning, Sir Anthony, Sir RD. Please give me tips on how to motivate myself during the time when I have low momentum at work. Please help me. Thanks po.
Well, it's good you have low momentum because you have a problem if you're always on high momentum.
Burnout ka.
Ma-burnout ka, baka ma-heart attack ka, no? So there are high moments, there are low moments. Diba? So up and down yan, ha? Hindi naman pwedeng ganun lahat. Diba? Otherwise, yan ang mga nasa stress. Diba? Yan ang mga sobrang OC na hindi makapagpahinga. So, I just wanted to clarify that. But any tips on motivation? Quickly.
Know what to do for low momentum. Pag nasa slump ka ng gano'n, medyo pag mababa ang momentum mo, time to think. Diba? Oras para mag-isip. Time to recalibrate. Time to maybe realign your purpose. Diba? So, you can do that. And once you do that, pag ginawa mo yan, nag-recalibrate ka, nag-realign ka.
Sigurado babalik yung motivation.
Yes, you gain more momentum.
Right. By the way, there are an average of 2 hours each day in a person's peak time. Ha? You have to know your peak time. Diyan ka raw pinaka-alerto, pinaka-gising. Maybe it's 8 to 10 in the morning, yung iba 4 to 6 in the morning, yung iba 2 to 4 in the afternoon. You have to know your own peak time. That's when you do the high-quality, concentrating activity. Yung iba kasing oras, minsan inaantok ka, ganun. Tanggapin mo yung ganun talaga ang buhay. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Magandang umaga po, Sir RD. Paano po baguhin ang sitwasyon ng ka-live-in ko? O kasi lagi po kami nag-aaway. Ba't ako tinanong mo?
Kasi sinabi mo nag-aaway tayo eh. Sinabi mo nag-aaway tayo, pero partner pa rin tayo.
Oo.
Tanggalin mo na yung live-in partner. Basta partner.
Basta partner. Kailangan lang dyan, hindi, ang kailangan mo kasing baguhin yung sarili mo eh.
Hindi yung sitwasyon.
Hindi yung sitwasyon, hindi yung kapartner mo.
Susunod na lang yung sitwasyon.
Yun. Kailangan ikaw mismo, baguhin mo muna ang sarili mo. Learn to address your own inconsistencies, learn to address your own faults, di ba? Tapos nakikita mo ng partner mo yun eh. At pag nakita yun ng partner mo, magre-respond lang naman yun eh. Diba?
Sa akin, hanapin mo yung common ninyo, interest. Doon kayo mag-focus. Kasi kung minsan doon tayo nakafocus sa pinagtatalunan, di ba? May nagsabi nun eh. Sabi niya na, just focus on the do's. If you do the do's, you won't have time for the don'ts. Kasi nakafocus tayo sa don't eh, di ba?
Oo nga.
Good morning, mga Idol Anthony at Idol RD. Ganado kami sa departamento ng PIDEA 11 dito sa Davao City. Kahit may operation sa gabi, walang tulog, tas pagkaumaga, kayo at ang programa ninyo ang makikita namin dito. Ayos ha? Maka-inspired talaga. Kasi kahit malayo kami sa pamilya namin, para na rin kaming kasama nila. Dahil, okay to jeje mo na PIDEA to pampamilya at pagunlad ang pagkatawa mga topics. More power mga idol. This is Code 8.
Code 8. This is Code 10.
Pala, asawa ko si Melissa at ang baby kong si Jasmine. Ayos si Code 8 Congratulations.
Good morning. Available po ba online ang magagandang module na idini-discuss nyo? Yes! This is from Boyet. Boyet, pwede ka pumunta sa Facebook site nung magbago tayo. May mga links doon. Click mo lang yung link na yon, dadalihin ka sa YouTube. Tapos doon mo makikita o mapapanood yung mga Change 101, yung mga past episodes. Doon mo mapapanood. So you have, pwedeng ma-document yon through Facebook. Yes, sir.
I'm a banking contact center associate. Because of the nature of work, I have become an irate father at home. I don't want this to continue. Congratulations, you don't want it to continue. Okay? So doon pa lang, congratulations na. That means you're disturbed by your actions and you want to change. That is the start of change. By the way, your situation at work, prompter lang yan. Hindi yan ang cause. Hindi yan ang source. Hindi yan ang ugat. Diba? That is just a symptom. Diba? That's the superficial. There is a bigger reason. Siguro, hindi ka happy sa trabaho mo. Siguro, may kagalit ka sa opisina. Siguro, nakokonsensya ka dahil ang dami mong oras, diba? Sa trabaho at wala ka ng oras sa pamilya. Napapasahan na lang ang mga kasama mo sa bahay. So, go to the source. I would go to a good friend kahit na hindi siya official counselor. Basta kilala ka at mahal ka ng tao at makipag-usap ka because they will be able to give you a bigger picture, a better picture kung ano talaga ang totoo. Then they'll help you find the source of your problem.
Okay. Hi, available na po ba yung Design for Success? Yes! And the author is Anthony Pangilinan. And because you asked, we will give this to you.
Next, from
this
Ann.
book. Design for Success. Ikaw na.
Okay.
This is Ann of Cavite. Yeah.
And it is available in National Bookstore already, just last week.
Ito pa, bigay na rin natin. Nakaipit eh.
Bigyan mo na kay Ann. Sige na.
Okay, Ann. Hindi lang libro ang mapapasa iyo na Design for Success, pero 500 pesos. GC.
From Goldilocks, a partner. Yeah. Thank you to our partner, Goldilocks. And thank you also to Mr. Adolfo Ortega from the Interchem Group.
Yep.
Okay. Interchem Group of the company. Group of companies. Maraming salamat. Sa
Interchemic.
Alcasi. Oh my gosh, binigyan nila Alcasi. This is
Wow.
amazing.
Wow.
Supplement. Alcasi. Diba? Okay. Maybe we should take a...
Author of Halftime, Bob Buford.
Okay, let's take a break from
Yep.
this and let's go straight to our guest
Sure.
because I wanna introduce him
Sure,
already.
sure.
Okay, ang ating change champion for the day, Filipino-Chinese businessman who heads a family-owned company dealing with oil rig building.
Uy.
His vision is to build oil rigs for the Philippines and help establish the oil and gas industry in the country and to create more jobs for Filipinos. Based in Singapore for 15 years now, he is married with 4 sons, 21,
Wow.
18, 15, 9, ha?
Wow.
Tama ba? His wife Arlene and eldest son, is that Gio? Gio are also involved in the business, managing director of Gibeon Integration Systems, a family-owned company which recently merged with the Swanlin Group, based in Singapore. He's now CEO and director of Swanlin Gibeon System Integration. The company currently has projects in Batangas, Subic, hiring Pinoys to work for them. Please welcome Joseph Juan de Guzman.
Hi, good morning.
Oy, salamat Joseph, ha?
Yeah, thank you very much. First of all, I want to thank the Lord for this opportunity to impart the small success that I have.
Naman, we thank Him for bringing you here. Maraming salamat din sa
Yeah.
Panginoon that
Yeah.
you're here with us today.
Yeah,
What
thank
does it take to be a success globally? O nakapakinggan mo si RD. Do you connect with any of those points?
Yeah, yung points actually I written it down.
Sinulat mo na, ha?
Yung lalo na yung number 1, it's very important.
Yung be
Yung capability.
Paano mo na-build yung capability mo to become a CEO of a multinational? Ikaw, saan ang galing
No,
yun?
actually, I started in Singapore as an electrical inspector.
Ayun. So, technical ang
Yeah,
yung
something
background.
like that. Yeah, and then but I'm an electrical engineer by profession. Yeah. So, actually, to give you a little bit overview, how did I get started in Philippines and all that? It was actually a big break for me when I when I went to Singapore to look for a job and all that. It's very hard actually. Like to Singapore, you have to apply, you have to buy a newspaper and all that.
So, ilang years ago ito? Nung pumunta ka ng Singapore? Para
10 plus years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah,
Pumunta ka ng
10.
Singapore, electrical engineer.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
you were
then I
looking
applied for a job,
Okay.
looking for a job. See, normally kasi when you go to Singapore, Filipinos would go to Singapore as a visitor.
Oo.
How this visit pass is
Oo.
very normal in Singapore, and after they look for a job.
Oo.
And when they get accepted, so
They'll fix your
that's
papers and
it. Yeah,
everything,
something
ano?
like. So, to cut the story short, so I went to Singapore to apply for a job, and di ako makahanap ng job, Anthony. So, it's very hard, like your family in Philippines, and doon ka, wala kang trabaho. I started, applying for a small job. Sabi ko, Lord, bigyan mo lang ako ng maliit na job, okay na sa akin eh.
Okay.
Kahit,
Makapagsimula lang,
kahit
ano?
$800 lang, okay na sa akin.
Okay.
Something like that. But,
Hindi pa US yun, Sing yun.
Singapore
Oo.
dollars. So, ang hirap. Hindi rin ako makakuha ng job.
Bah.
So, until one day, nakakuha ako ng job. And then, sabi sa akin, akyat ka dun sa 50 story to repair all those electrical motors there.
Okay.
Sabi ko, 4th story lang eh. Hindi ko na kaya yung pakayang taas-taas. So, sabi ko, parang ayaw ko yung job. So, tinawagan ko yung wife ko. Sabi ko sa kanya sa Philippines, sa Davao. Sabi ko, uwi na lang ako. Kasi hindi ko kaya dito, something like that. And, so sabi niya sa akin, you have to continue it. Pag umuwi ka, wala tayong kakainin.
Directive, ha?
So, directive. So,
Yan ang
yeah.
pananakot.
So,
Diba?
sabi niya, pag umuwi ka dito, walang mangyayari sa atin. Something like that. So, tinuloy ko yun. And it's because...
Masunurin ka pala,
It's
ha?
because I don't really like the job. She didn't know that I applied for other jobs as well. So, I started buying newspaper
Oo.
to look for a job and things like that. Until one day, merong opportunity to get into like kind of an agent company.
Okay.
So, in-interview ako, na-accept ako doon. But before that,
Anong klaseng kumpanya to?
just like a supply manpower.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
supply manpower.
Agency.
Agency,
Okay.
okay. So, but before that, I was struggling looking for a job and all that. And then one day, sabi ko, Lord, pagod na ako eh. I want to go back to Philippines. Tapos biglang nasabi sa utak ko, sabi ko, di ba anak ako ng Lord.
Nako.
Yeah, something like that. And sabi ko sa sarili
Nako,
ko,
ibang pundasyon
Lord,
yun.
sabi ko,
Diba?
so
Mahirap
one day
buwagin yun.
I was walking in Woodlands, yung place yung town sa Singapore, they call it Woodlands. I was walking there. I just came from the church actually at that time. And kinausap ko si Lord. Sabi ko sa kanya, Lord, sabi ko, di ba Singapore is your land? Sabi ko sa kanya, if Singapore is your land and I am your child, I'm one of your sons. Sabi ko sa kanya, I have the right to work here. Kasi sa'yo ito eh. Sabi ko sa kanya.
Alamin mo yung karapatan mo, no?
But I was
Alamin mo yung kay mo, no?
I was crying at that time. I was crying.
Okay lang.
You know what, Anthony, after RD, after 2 weeks, tatanggap ako doon sa agency ng supply of manpower.
Wow.
Okay.
Nung natanggap ako doon, sabi ko, praise the Lord. Pero wala akong job. Kasi supply of manpower lang. Tinanggap ako nung yung agency to supply manpower. Natanggap ako. So they applied for me for a pass.
Pero wala pang job.
Wala pang job kasi isusupply ka pa eh.
Okay.
Dideploy
Para naging pool ka.
Yeah,
Part of the
so
pool,
I started preparing coffee for my big boss as a British guy and all that. Titipla ako ng kape sa kanya.
Doon ka sa manpower.
Doon sa office.
sa opisina.
Joseph, you come here every day. Kala ko merong job na eh. Wala pa.
Pero may sweldo ka na noon.
Wala din.
Wala pa. Basta
Kasi isusupply ka pa, standby ka, but you have a pass. So at that time, they, how you call this? They gave
Okay din yun, ah.
they gave me a 4,000 Sing dollar salary. They declared 4,000 Sing dollar salary. Pero walang binibigay sa akin. Binibigay ko siguro 100 Sing dollars lang. Sabi ko lang pa pangkain ito ah.
Allowance.
Okay, so to cut the story short again, one day, may tumawag sa akin. Sabi niya, okay, sabi, there's an interview here. Sabi nung isang staff. So, I went for an interview. So, ako punta lang ako kasi gusto ko magkaroon ng job eh. So, nung pinadala ako dun sa company, so, interview, ganyan. But, during the time that I was looking for a job, I studied a lot. Nag-i-internet ako.
Okay.
And I learned about this oil rig. Kasi alam ko yung supply, yung trend sa Singapore is more oil and gas eh. So basa ako and there was this brother who taught me how to do all the control system and things like that. And then, nagamit ko lahat yun. So when I was in an interview, in-interview ko ng isang Australian. Tinignan yung CV kong ganon. Sabi niya, what is DCS? Yun ang sabi sa DCS is a distributed control system for oil rig. Sabi ko, distributed control system. Kasi nabasa ko sa internet eh.
Ang galing, ha?
Nabasa ko sa internet yun. So, and then sinabi niya, the second one is, what is FPSO? Sabi niya sa akin. Nabasa ko rin. Floating Production Storage and Offloading. Sabi ko, di magtatanong pa ng isa. Sabi ko, Lord, pag nagtanong pa ito ng isa, hindi ko na masasagot.
What is your name?
Sana hindi na siya magtanong. Sabi ko, you know why he didn't ask a question?
Hindi na rin nagtanong.
Kasi tinawag siya ng big boss niya.
Wow.
So, naligtas ako. You know what, Anthony, after that, so, hey, you can go home and we're gonna call you and things like that.
Wow.
So, after that, bumalik na ako sa office. Along the way, nagpe-pray ako. You know what, the following day, tumawag yung anak ng boss ko, ng big boss ko. Sabi na, Joseph, appear. Sabi niya gano'n sa akin. Give me 5 and all that. Natanggap ka na. Trabaho, so you can start. You know why?
Dahil nakasagot ka ng 2 tanong.
2 tanong. You know, the company, you know why? The company who hired me, who accepted me, is one of the biggest company.
Wow.
Not in Philippines, not in Singapore, but the whole world.
Ano yung kumpanyang yun?
They call it Woodside Energy Australia.
Energy Australia. Okay.
They got about 44 billion paid
ano yung role mo noon nung nagsimula ka?
Electrical inspector ako.
Okay, I just wanna stress a few things here.
Yeah.
Kinausap niya Mrs. niya, RD. Di ba?
Oo,
Importante yun.
importante yun.
Kausap niya ang
Kailangan may
Panginoon.
buy-in sa misis.
Di ba? Sa mga naghahanap ng trabaho, di ba, huwag kayo masadong mapili. Di ba? Magpakita na lang kayo. Make yourself availability is more important than ability. Di ba? Dapat nandyan ka lang. Para pag nandyan na ang tamang timing, you are there. Isa pa, yung nag-aral ka. Which means you built your capability before the opportunity.
Yes.
Diba? Importante
Yeah.
to.
That's
Let's pick up lessons.
Yeah.
Let's pick up lessons from our friend here.
Kapatid, sagot
Si
yan.
Joseph,
sagot yan dun kay kay 9916-0926. Yung nag-ano kanina, low moment. Yung low momentum.
yun, mag-aral ka.
Pag low momentum, pag low momentum, kailangan make yourself productive.
Yes.
Di ba?
Yes.
Like what our guest did, talagang si Joseph, sabi niya, man, wala pa akong ginagawa. Aral muna ako. Di ba? Input, knowledge.
Yes.
Kasi you'll never know when you're gonna use that eh.
Yes.
Di ba?
Yes.
Importante yun. Ano pa?
So you started in this company as an employee.
Yes.
Make the long story short, now you're a business owner. Paano nangyari yun?
Oo.
Hindi ko rin alam eh. no, actually,
Ikwento mo na lang.
Napakamot ako ng
actually, it was the Lord, actually.
Okay.
It was the Lord who helped me.
Alagay yun ang pundasyon mo, ha?
Yun ang foundation kasi, I had so many difficulties in life. Lalo nung nag-start ako sa Singapore. And by the way, because of that, I brought my family to Singapore. We became residents in Singapore for only 1 month. It's because of that big company.
Ibang klase.
And after that, when I resigned in the company,
Kasi hinihintay ng taon yun, ha?
kasi yung malaking company sa Singapore, pag malaking company, i-approve ka nila agad. So, to cut the story short, nagkaroon ako ng benchmark sa Singapore, and
Benchmark, ibig sabihin?
people would hire me and all that,
When you say benchmark,
like in electrical.
ikaw parang naging standard.
Yes.
Nakilala ka.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Yun ibig sabihin ng benchmarking is that you set the standard.
Yes, set the standard all this. And so, madaming naging trabaho eh. So, nagtrabaho din ako sa AGIP, all these big companies in Italy and all that. And then...
But all in the field of electrical.
Electrical
So,
and
yun talagang
instrumentation.
core mo. Yan ang core mo.
Yung una. And then I became department manager. And then, how did I start a company?
Paano ka nagdesisyon?
When I was working in offshore,
Malaking shift
sa Kazakhstan, sa Caspian Sea, it's an offshore job. They call it offshore job yun eh. Pag offshore job is 28 days off, 28 days on. So, meaning 28 days on, tatrabaho ko sa offshore. Off ka, sa family ka 28 days din.
Okay.
So
Yung offshore nasa tubig ba yun?
Sa dagat.
Sa dagat talaga. Sa laot.
Sa laot, yeah. So we drill there.
Right.
We're getting oil.
Right.
So after that, may nakilala akong isang friend and all that, and she referred me to a company in Singapore. It's also a big company in Singapore, and they offered something. Yeah, so to run the department for offshore and things like that. So to cut the story short again, yung department ko is the most outstanding department dun sa company.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
From electrical engineer, which is more or less a technical job,
Yeah.
to a manager, what is the key?
Department manager.
Kasi pag manager, hawak mo na tao.
Oo.
Di ba? Hindi lang equipment, hindi lang instrumentation. What is the key to become a good manager? Sa mga nag-iisip ngayon na gusto ko rin maging manager. I mean, from you, Joseph.
I always believe that to become a leader, you have to become a servant.
Silbihan mo sila.
You have to, tama yung sinabi ni RD kanina, that you have to eat with those Indians.
Ayun.
Using your hands to eat. Alam mo ako, Anthony, yung mga tao ko, I have Chinese man, I have British guy, and all this department.
Are you Chinese or Filipino? May nagtatanong.
Filipino-Chinese.
Filipino
Yeah.
Chinese.
Chinese.
Okay.
Chinoy.
I eat with them. You know, I join them, I sit with them, anong problema nila, sasakay ako sa kanila, ganun. And they respect me. That's number one.
Okay.
Because if you don't respect your guy, they will not respect you as well.
Babalik sa iyo yun.
Importante yun.
Yung respect. Kasi sa company ko, lagi ko sinasabi yung courtesy. You have to be polite, you have to be courteous. Because if you're not courteous or polite, hindi ka pwede sa company ko.
Tama.
Kasi I emphasize yung respect of individual.
Saan ang galing yun? I mean, I know you say it's from the Lord.
Yeah.
But growing up, was it your parents who taught you courtesy? Was it a mentor na matuto kang kumain kasama ng mga kasamahan mo, pagsilbihan mo sila? Saan ang gagaling yun?
No, actually, black sheep ako sa family.
Okay.
So, when I became to know the Lord, doon lahat pumasok yun eh. Yun ang
So, hindi po ibig sabihin
Hindi eh.
na kung hindi maganda ang yung naging karanasan sa pamilya or kung hindi ka naging ehemplo, hindi ikaw naging star of the family, it doesn't mean that you cannot turn around.
Yes.
Diba? So, pwede pa palang matutunan yon
Yes.
even after the family environment.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes.
Para ka palang si Pablo, ha? You were struck by the Lord and you transformed.
Yeah, something like mahabang story.
Oo.
I became to know the Lord sa hospital eh. Nag-spit ako ng blood, doon ako natakot.
Ah, okay.
Talaga ano?
Yeah,
Yung turnaround
talaga,
story, yung turnaround story ni Joseph, magandang bigyan natin ng panahon yan, no?
Yeah.
But before we go straight into your story, which I know lahat ng mga nakikinig at saka manonood will learn a lot from.
Oo.
Mag-break muna tayo.
Sabi nga dito, alas 9:30 raw, 9:37. Ano, babalik ba tayo sa oras?
Oo.
Babalik ba tayo sa oras?
Philippine Standard Time
Okay.
is 9:37.
Philippine Standard Time, 9:37 minutes ago. Magbabalik pa, magbago tayo after action weather. This is Anthony Pangilinan. Nagbabalik pang magbago tayo. Okay.
And RD Abelio.
Great
Good morning kay
greetings.
Tess Navarro of the Office of the Mayor of Muntinlupa, Mayor Jimmy Fresnedi. Good morning, Tess.
Hi, Benjamin. Thank you for joining us today. My son Benjamin is on the studio. Do you have my phone? Because people might be tweeting me. Could you give it to me, please? Okay. How do you know?
Sige,
If a presentation is persuasive and tends to influence people to take action, and how do you influence a hungry and poor farmer to be motivated to engage in business or become an entrepreneur? Listen to Joseph. That's from Legazpi City.
Sir Anthony, good morning po. Kailan po lalabas ng market yung book? Oh, nasa labas
It's
na.
already in the
National
market.
Bookstore, yeah. Habang Mr. Anthony, binabati ko po lahat ng mga Abatayo family. Especially here in North Cotabato, nanonood po kami ngayon ng TV show mo. Thanks and God bless. Morning po. Pa-advise naman po. Paano po pag ilang ulit na pong nilolokyo, ha? Ako ng asawa mo. Okay? Taz, nalaman po pa inuuwi niya, babae niya sa boarding house. Ano po gagawin ko? Ilang ulit niya na pong ako niloloko.
What's your advice? Joseph, anong advice mo? Dinoloko siya ng asawa
Legal
niya.
action niya.
Huh? This is a wife.
Okay.
Oh, yung asawa niya, niloloko daw siya ilang beses na. May inuwian o may dinadarang ibang babae sa boarding house. What do you advise to the wife?
Advice to the wife?
Oo.
Forgive first. And then action.
Take
Tama, no?
action.
The first, forgiveness. Because
Yeah.
God forgave us even
Yeah.
before we ask for forgiveness. At tama rin kasi importante, level-headed ka, no? Kasi when you forgive, you do not act with anger.
Yes.
Di ba? You do not make another mistake
Correct.
to complicate the first mistake.
Yeah.
Di ba? So, importante yun. Importante yun na patawarin natin siya. But at the same time, you do what's best for him.
Yeah.
Right? At kung alam mong pattern na yun sa buhay niya, you
Yeah.
have to do something that will
Correct.
stop that pattern.
Yeah.
Ganun yun eh. When your mind is already following a certain pattern, naka-ingrain na yan sa system,
Yeah.
there is an intervention needed.
Yeah.
Di ba? Tulad nung kapatid natin si Joseph na
Oo.
biglang nagkasakit. Di ba? Para magising. Si
And
Paul had to be struck by the Lord with blindness.
Saka minsan yung intervention dyan is legal.
Yeah.
Oh, kasi
Also, of course.
I was talking to, meron akong kinounsela na minsan kami ng wife ko, meron kami kinounsela na isang couple. And similar situation. Tapos, kinonsulta ko sa aming pastor kasi syempre, siya yung mas nakakaalam. Sabi niya, the only time in the Bible where where separation or divorce was actually allowed is when there is adultery committed. Diba? So, it's true, you forgive.
And
But
you're not
the
doing it,
intervention may be
hindi mo
legal.
ginagawa yun para bawian siya. Diba?
Oo.
Para ma-correct ang situation.
Tama.
At
Yes.
magbabago siya. So you have to intervene, no?
Yeah.
Sabi ni Albert Einstein, you have to create the environment for the person to learn. Okay?
How to handle How to handle inefficient HR assistant who doesn't give timely updates sa newly hired employees. Delayed ang info and no initiative to give updates. Advisable po ba to report this person to HR manager given that I'm about to start work and give advice how to blend in workplace and have good working relationships with the bosses. At nagbigay pa siya ng pangalan. Thank you, Edna.
Okay, suggestion ko. Pwede bang-
Escalate. Sige.
Okay? Kausapin mo na muna yon because if you can win her over, then you have a partner. Huwag mo kagad i-report sa boss niya.
Yeah.
Di ba? Parang sabi, alam mo, pwede kita i-report sa boss natin di ba? Pero dahil gusto kong matuto ka at gusto kong tayo muna.
At bago lang ako sa
pahiya,
trabaho.
Bago lang ako, di ba? Ano pwedeng ayusin natin to, di ba? And then you win this person over, there's no need to report it to the top. And that answers your second concern. How do I blend, di ba? Makisama ka, di ba? Ipakita mo na hindi lang ang interest mo importante sa'yo, pero ang interest ng iba.
Good morning, Camarillo family. Yun lang.
Okay, balikan natin si Joseph. Okay? So, you are now a department manager. Paano pa rin napunta yung business owner? Alam ko yung kwento. Sabihin na natin, di ba? Baka naman sabihin ng mga guest natin o yung mga audience natin, wala naman kayong alam tungkol sa guest ninyo. Hindi. So, nangyari rito, binenta yung kumpanya mo.
Yes.
After a while, you did not go with the one who bought the company because you saw another opportunity. Ano yung pagkakataon nakita mo doon?
Because yung number 2 natin dun sa topic, it's a connection.
Natutuwa naman ako sa'yo, Joseph. You took notes kay RD, no? Dahil may connection
Successfully
ka.
Connection. First, yung capability.
Oo, so may ako ng
And
kakayahan.
then yung connections.
Oo.
So, I already built a connections. So, I connected with the rig owners and all that. So, drilling contractors.
So, mga ilang taon ka na
Nakakonect
nasa Singapore nito? By this time?
Hindi ko na matandaan. A few years.
5 years. So, ito si Joseph. Nakita niya may pagkakataon, hindi ka na sumama ron sa bagong kumpanya. Although in-offer ka,
Yes.
you said, no, I wanna go on my own.
Yeah.
Wow!
There was a buyout actually for me to stay
Yes.
and to run the department. Because at that time we have 500 to I think 700 plus employees.
Wow.
And then a good future and all that. But nakita ko yung beyond. Yeah, dun sa business.
So, you became an entrepreneur in Singapore, not in the Philippines?
In Singapore.
Wow! Okay.
You know why I just started the company? Running the company is me and myself.
Oo nga, ikaw
And
lang.
God.
Oo, ikaw lang. Kasi,
Ako yung, nung in-start ko yung company, ako yung engineer, ako yung manager, ako yung president,
all in.
ako yung HR,
Collector.
everything. Collector.
Parang yung ininom ko kanina yun, 5 in 1. Ha? Diba? Yan ininom.
Kala ko 3 in 1.
Hindi, 5 in 1 ka na. Maraming salamat pala sa Sunkist. Thank you very much to RFM for your partnership. Go Negosyo, Joey Con. Joey Con. It is entrepreneurship month. Okay, that we're launching, and thank you, Joey Con, for inviting us to your event next week. Yes. Tuloy natin ang kwento
Okay,
ni Joseph.
so when they sold the company, so nag-start ako. Yung unang client ko, customer din namin.
Of course.
And
Take care of your
it
customers.
was a miracle yung first bid. Yun ang talaga natandaan ko. There were a lot of bidders, and all the competitors are big guys in Singapore. Like, they call it yung malalaking company, like NOV, National Oil Varco.
So, para
It's a
kang David
multinational
among
company.
Goliath.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Oo.
exactly. So there were about 7 bidders at that time. Yung first bid ko, hindi ko makalimutan. And I was the smallest company. Pero client na namin yun. So nung nag-bid ako, sabi nila, who's this company?
Sino to
Sino to? Sabi nila, I don't even know. I don't even know them, something like that.
Putong.
Tapos yung dahil nga yung connections na sinasabi natin connection, yung second topic natin.
Oo.
Nakakonect ako sa isang electrical manager in that rig and with the project manager.
Right.
Ng oil rig na yon.
Insider.
So, nung inopen nila yung bid, so all of them were there. So, sabi nila, okay, itong this amount and all that. Sabi nila, sino ito? So, yung tinignan nila, I don't even know this company. Kasi, normally, when you submit a bid, they will look at your capability, yung number 1. Yeah, not only capability technically, but finances.
Tama.
Yung financial
Assets
statement mo,
mo.
financial
Oo,
statement mo.
track record.
Sabi ko, if they look for financial statement, I'm just gonna give them a Bible. That's what ang financial statement. I just started.
Of course.
And then, nung tinanong niya, who's this Jeep? Pero when they look at all those documentation that I submitted, it's all complete. Kasi yung rig na bid ko, it's my project yung rig na yun eh. So, alam ko yung intestine ng rig na yun.
Wow.
So sabi ng isa,
Nobody knew it better than you.
the owner is a former manager of this company,
Mhm.
for a former department, but he's reliable.
Wow.
The word reliable,
It's from the Bible. Right?
the word, the word reliable, dun yung naging key.
Yeah.
How I won the bid.
Naasahan ka.
I bid this 4 bidders.
Wow.
So ako nanalo. So that's where I get started.
Doon
And then,
nagsimula.
so ano ko ng capital, paid up capital, I increase a bit, etc. Doon ako nag-start. So I build connections and all that. I hired guys and all that.
And now you're in the Philippines.
Now I'm in the Philippines.
So you set up your
After so
company in
many years.
Singapore,
Yeah.
and then you decided to set up a
Yeah.
company here, a branch, parang ganyan.
Yeah, a branch in between yung collaboration ng Swanlin Gibian, yung ina-explain.
So nangyari kay Brother Joseph, di ba, yung kanyang kumpanya nag-partner with another group, Swanlin. So it's now Swanlin Gibion or Gibion. You are based in Singapore,
Yeah.
but you decided to set up also in Manila.
Yeah.
At meron kang rig na binibuild dyan sa Batangas.
Yeah, the pontoon of the rig. Yeah, yung buoyancy ng
Ano
oil
ba
rig.
ang gusto mong mangyari, bro? What is your vision for the
That's a very exciting question.
Yes, yes.
Madagdag ko lang, no, bago ka sumagot.
Oo.
Kapatid ang kwento niya. Kwento talaga ni Joseph. Eh.
Oo nga, no?
Oo
nga,
kwento
no?
ni
Nice
Joseph. Eh. Umakit eh, di ba? Gumano, no?
Asawa lang ni Potiphar, wala. Yun.
Buti na lang. Buti na lang. Pero hindi.
Meron
kasi
din
kung
yun.
titignan mo.
Meron din, syempre.
Kaya kasi kung titignan mo, si Joseph wala naman siyang credentials eh. Bunso yun eh. Di ba?
Did
Bunso
you ever
yun eh.
connect
I'm
your...
the youngest as well in the
Oh,
family.
Did you connect your life story to Joseph, the dreamer?
Yeah, most of my friends sabi nila ganun daw kasi.
Oh,
yeah.
my son,
But,
Benjamin,
Benjamin.
is a part of the play sa eskwela.
Yeah,
Joseph,
yeah,
the dreamer. Of, ano yun, that sometimes we call it multicolor coat
Yeah,
or something, di ba?
Yeah.
Right, Bench? Right? You're part of it, huh? Next week, we're gonna watch you.
Multicolored dream coat.
Multicolor dream coat, yun.
Okay,
so,
go.
you're now looking at the Philippines. Ano ang vision mo? Sabi dito, nag-hire ka pa, ha?
Yeah.
So, tell us, so that the people who are listening.
Okay. Kasi sa Singapore, when you do oil rig there, wala nang place eh. So, the drilling contractor decided to bring it to like Batam in Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, and all that. And yung Philippines, they eye on Philippines now. So, wala nang place sa Singapore kasi it's very small countries too. So, yung connections namin sa Singapore, they build the rig here.
Okay.
So, isang shipyard sa, I cannot mention the name and all that.
Oo.
So, sinundan ko yon.
Hmm.
But before that, my dream is, I want to start in Philippines, Lord. Sabi ko, nagpray ako, how are we gonna start in Philippines? Nung nag-open yun, dinala nila yung project dito, sinundan ko yon. I took the opportunity to connect. So, I brought my 22 guys from Singapore. I brought them here. Nandyan sila sa South na ngayon.
Right.
Galing.
The paying what they get in Singapore, I brought them here.
Wow.
So, yun ang ina.
Parang
And then-
expat.
Yeah. So they became an expat. So it's because we have about 300 plus men in Singapore, and dito we're still hiring some guys. Kasi meron ding project for about 2 to 3 years job and all that. So, and my burden talaga, Anthony and RD, is to bring up the Filipinos. Kasi alam mo sa oil rig,
As you
may
were
iba ko
brought
ng
up
konti.
yourself,
Yeah.
yeah?
Yung most of the good guys in the oil rig, even in Singapore, even in Caspian, in Azerbaijan, Russia, and all that, Gulf of Mexico, they're all Filipinos. Tama yung sinabi, they're the best. But the thing is, ang advice ko lang, gusto mga professionals na to, you have to save. Kasi ang nangyayari, I have so many Filipinos, marami ako, ang problema kasi yung
It's not how much you earn, it's how much you
Yeah.
keep. It's
Yeah,
how much
yeah.
you save,
Yeah,
how much you
save. Yeah,
invest,
yeah,
diba?
yeah.
And that's what you're doing. So you are in the Philippines now. Are you growing your company in the Philippines? That's the vision.
Yes.
And you are hiring people. Are you open to working with more Filipinos?
Yeah, I'm
Dito po
still
sa-
hiring welders and electrical
okay.
guy and all that. So,
Where do they send their CVs? May mga nakikinig ngayon, no?
Yes, siguro sa CV. Ay, sorry, sa email.
Sa email.
Sa email, yeah.
Can we give the email? Can you give us an email that they can contact?
Okay.
para lang meron silang
you can
ano.
send it to. You can send it to
Can we put this down, please, on screen? Okay.
HR that
HR.
yeah
okay?
HR that GBN Offshore.
Okay. hr.gibeon.offshore at...
I'm sorry. Nakalimutan ko.
Sige, sulat na lang natin para your
I think you can send
assistant
it direct to my email. Na lang.
Then, ako.
Joseph.Kwan.
Hindi, ganito na lang. Send it na lang to Magbago Tayo and we will forward it to Joseph.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah,
Post your CV on our Magbago Tayo site and we will send it to Joseph. That's the easier way.
Yeah, okay.
We don't have much time, but ako, ang question ko sa kanya is family, God, business. Isa yon. If you wanna ask another question, paano mo na i-mix lahat to? Joseph.
My family is very supportive. Sinusupport nila ako. Even yung small boy ko, sabi niya, Dad, may project ba?
Naksa.
We have project. Parang siyang big boss eh.
Sila na, but they're based in Singapore
Based
right
in
now.
Singapore, yeah.
Okay, so you have a supportive family.
Supportive family.
And a wife who is directive. Di ba? Siya nagsabi sa'yo, you stay there.
Actually, wife ko is an actress. Sa Singapore.
Oh, she is acting in Singapore right now.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah, so...
And children who are inquisitive.
Yeah, but very
For
supportive,
boys,
very
diba?
very supportive sila.
Ano ang key sa mga nakikinig ngayon nga? How do you balance all this? Family, God, service to humanity?
Yes, number one is God, of course. Number two is family. It doesn't make any sense to me if you're successful in what you do, like business and all that. Pero yung family mo, you have a broken family. Parang hindi successful yun. Something like that.
Any
Ano yun
question po?
may comment lang ako doon. Kasi marami talaga sa atin na mahirap admittedly, mahirap nilang tanggap or i-grasp yung ganung concept di ba? Pero ang nakikita natin kasi dito mga kapatid na mga nakikinig at saka mga nanonood, real life example to yung kay Joseph. At saka he's been here, we've taken several minutes, pinag-usapan natin to at nakita at narinig din yung kwento ng buhay niya. So, wag po natin kakalimutan talaga na importante yung number one, priority sa buhay. Di ba? Kung ano yung mahalaga sa'yo sa buhay. At saka number two, wag nating titingnan yung pananampalataya sa Panginoon as a Sunday thing.
Yes.
Di ba? Kasi paminsan panlinggo lang Di ba? si Lord, ano lang linggo yan. Pero Monday to Saturday, ako muna. Di ba?
Tama.
Pero nakikita natin kasi sa buhay ni Joseph na araw-araw, inuuna ang Panginoon. At nung inuna ang Panginoon at naayos ang priority sa buhay, nakita natin na umayos lahat, di ba?
Yes.
If you take care of God's business, He will take care of your business.
One last advice from you as we wrap up our time, Joseph.
Okay, my last advice is, number one, kasi napaka-importante yung focus Sa akin yung focus. Kasi pag wala kang focus, even if in your Christian life, pag wala kang focus, tawag nila sa Singapore yung rojak yung bit from here, bit from there and all that. Yung focus mo, number one is focus on God. Number two is focus on your family. And number three, you focus on your profession. Kung binigay sa'yo, janitor ka, focus on that. Be the best janitor as you can be.
Right.
Kasi di mo lang yung blessing darating. Sabi nga At saka yung i-add ko to, sa aking naging principle ko yung sinasabing, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. If you do not move forward, you always stay at the same place. You don't need to say the whole steps of the stairway. Just take the first step.
Right.
With faith.
Yan ang story ng buhay niya.
Yeah, yan lang. Wala ako So,
maraming salamat, Joseph.
Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you very much.
Juan de Guzman. Maraming
Thank you very
salamat.
much for the
Palakpakan naman
invite.
natin si Joseph, mga kapatid.
Okay, and by the way, I just want to say thank you to those who greeted. Di na namin mabasa. Samuel, thank you. Family ka Marilio, Christian, you can go to Magbago Tayo. Annie from Davao, Flor from Pasig, Daisy, thank you very much for all your comments. Artie,
Ang ating we'd like to thank studio technician for today, Randy Mariscotes, our ating technical director para sa Action TV, Joey Perez, ating news producer, Larry Tantoco, ang ating mga program assistants for today, Nia Bugarin, Irene Matlambayan, Pam Santiago, and Alfred Juniso. And of course, EP!
of course, ang ating love
Cherry Violet.
Love counselor, Cherry Violet. Have a great
Happy weekend.
God bless you. Thank you again, Joseph Juan de Guzman. God bless you and the Swanlin Group. Swanlin Gibeon Group.
Change is good, di ba? Manager Change with Anthony Pangilinan. Sa susunod na Sabado ulit, magbago tayo sa Radyo 5, 92.3, News FM at Aksyon TV.
Ang programang ito ay inihatid sa inyo ng Cebuana Luwilier. Basta pera, ipasibuana.
Meet the new squad of Philippine Showbiz Talk. Matapang sa pagbibitiw ng opinyon, Direk Joey Reyes. A woman of substance and style, Lucy Torres Gomez. Ang nanay ng lahat, alam ang lahat, Christy Fermin. And the new voice of Philippine Showbiz Talk, Raymond Gutierrez.
Showbiz Police, intriga and arrest.
Sabado, 6 p.m. sa We Can Do It Better.
Walang preno, walang hindi tatanong, walang hindi pwedeng hindi sagutin, walang isyong di pag-uusapan, walang kinikilig, wala ring aatrasan. Erwin Tulfo, Martin Andanar, Punto Asintado, Lunes hanggang Biyernes alas 8 hanggang alas 10 ng umaga. Pasok ang bawat kuro-kuro. Punto Asintado sa Radyo 5, 92.3, News FM at Aksyon TV.
Ang alerto sa sakuna ay hatid sa inyo ng Bygone Kidlat Katol with Floral Scent. Kidlat sa bilis, kidlat sa bisa, kidlat sa galing. Pagkasindi pa lang, patayan lamok dengue.
Alerto sa sakuna, alerto sa sakuna. Kalaman para iwas sakuna.
Si Lucy Cruz Valdez po, maging alerto tayo sa sakuna. Sa tahanan, sa trabaho, sa sasakyan, o kung nasaan ka man, mas mainam kung may nakahanda kang disaster